In this video, we are taking a 650-mile Tesla road trip down to the beautiful Florida Keys, specifically Key West. Now, my girlfriend and I were initially going to book airfare, but thought, why not just take the Tesla since I have all these free Supercharger miles? And by the way, thank you to all who have used my referral code in my videos. I hope you are enjoying your Tesla as much as I am. If you are interested in purchasing a Tesla, you can get your free Supercharger miles by clicking the link in the description or comments below. Now, from where we live in Savannah, Georgia, the drive is roughly 10 hours, but this is assuming going non-stop. We all know we need to stop for gas, get food, and of course use the restroom. My Tesla Model 3 is saying with 4 Supercharger stops that this will add another 1.5 hours to the trip, with each charging stop equating to roughly 25 to 30 minutes each. My Tesla Model 3 mid-range gets an estimated 260 miles of range, but this varies slightly based on the weather, as the same principles apply to any gasoline vehicle. Wind, heat, and rain can and will diminish efficiency. You'll see this later as I drive early in the morning when the temperature is in the 70s compared to driving in the upper 80s and mid-90s. Anyways, you can see I just type in the address to where I'm going. In this case, it's the hotel we're staying at, and the Tesla will auto-calculate the route along with inputting the Supercharger stops, creating a flawless navigation process. With our bags packed and the car fully charged up, we head out in the morning for our road trip. Driving straight down Interstate 95, utilizing autopilot is one of the many hidden gems of driving a Tesla. Really, it just makes the drive that much better. We head to our first Supercharger stop just south of Jacksonville, Florida, a little over 2 hours of driving. We pull up and there's not a single Tesla in sight. I pull my car into a version 2 Supercharger, providing roughly 590 miles per hour charge. As we can see, it will take about 25 minutes to charge to continue on our journey. Surrounded by businesses, we grab a snack and use the restrooms at the gas station next to us. One thing I like to point out here is that most, if not all, Tesla Superchargers are surrounded by amenities such as restrooms, restaurants, and shops. Many people ask, what do you do while waiting for 20 to 30 minutes? Well, I can say 10 minutes is already used for a restroom break, and the remaining time can be used watching Netflix or Hulu on the Tesla infotainment center, or even play a game. What I like to do is use my drone to film footage for you guys watching this right now. One thing I want to note here is that the watt hours per mile, you can see that driving from Savannah down to South Jacksonville, we averaged 273 watt hours per mile. I was driving about 83 miles per hour and the temperature was in the upper 70s outside. We will check back with this when we arrive at our next stop. Once the Tesla says there's enough charge to continue on your trip, just simply unplug the car and follow the navigation onto the next stop while heading to your destination. The Tesla Supercharger network is one of the exclusive perks that only Tesla vehicles can utilize. It's also one of the many reasons why people choose a Tesla over any other electric vehicle manufacturer. You can literally drive anywhere and not have to worry about running out of electricity. There are so many Tesla chargers and more are built every day. Have a look at the link below showing you where all the Tesla Superchargers are at. It's quite impressive. Continuing on our journey, we drive another 2 hours further south to Titusville, that's right off of Interstate 95. We arrive at the charger stop with 14% remaining on the vehicle and immediately plug in before we stretch our legs and use the restroom. This Supercharger happens to be at a Target parking lot, making it really convenient to grab a quick coffee. You'll notice this particular Supercharger is a version 3, providing a faster charge rate of up to 250 kilowatts. Check out the miles per hour charge I'm getting, now at a little over 850 miles in comparison to our last stop that was a version 2 Supercharger offering speeds of up to 150 kilowatts, in turn only charging at about 590 miles per hour. From what I've noticed, all the new Superchargers being built are now version 3, and some have been upgraded to this faster charging rate of 250 kilowatts. Just about 18 minutes later, the car tells me we are ready to continue further south onto our next stop. Notice I'm only charged to 66% this time. Also check out my watt hours per mile. Still driving at the same speeds at about 83 miles per hour, we're now averaging 291 watt hours per mile, but the temperature is now 86 degrees outside. Higher temperatures mean more energy is needed to keep the batteries cool and to prolong the life life of them. Not to mention I turned down the AC in the cabin slightly. Our next stop is in Fort Pierce, which happens to be in a parking lot of a Wawa gas station. There are less Superchargers here as you can see, and it's slightly busier. With no charging wait time, I find a stall to back into, plug in. Again, we are at a version 3 Tesla charger providing about 805 miles per hour charge. The car now says we have to wait about 35 minutes now to drive even further south. Again, it's a restroom break and more time practicing flying my drone. Checking in on our watt hours per mile from the last trip, we are still in the upper 200s at 288, and the temperature outside now reads 92 degrees. Finally, on to our last stop. Driving 2 hours further south, we arrive at the Pembroke Pines Supercharger at a Whole Foods parking lot, along with various other businesses. We charged here for about 20 minutes, which actually wasn't even enough time for us to grab a bite to eat. Walking back to the car, it told us we had plenty of charge to make it to our hotel in Key West without stopping at the Marathon Supercharger in the Keys. Notice the car is predicting we will arrive with 9% charge left over. The hotel also has EV charging spots when we arrive. Excited to get to our destination, we took the long drive down US 1, taking in the views of the blue water and scenic sky views over the bridge. Finally arriving at the hotel at 6 p.m., we plug into their EV charging spot for a night's full charge. Notice we arrived way above the Tesla's prediction of 9% battery when we are actually at 25% state of charge. I guess it's better to overestimate rather than be under. So total travel time was just about 11 hours, while most of the trip we used autopilot to enhance our comfort of driving. Have you taken your Tesla on a road trip? Let me know in the comments below, I'd love to hear about it. Also, if you ever want to visit Key West, Florida, I cannot say enough great things about this place. Awesome nightlife, amazing food, and of course the beautiful sunsets. It really is a place to check off your bucket list. If you found this video fun, be sure to subscribe for future content and check out these other cool videos right here. Again, my name is Evan, and I'll see you guys on the next one.